For more information, pick up a flyer. It's this Thursday from 5:30 to 6:15. This is a love offering. It's not too late to sign up. This is the last week for Dale's Going Deeper class. This is a 6-week class with Dale Olansky. It's Thursdays from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. It's only $75. If you're looking to take your spiritual journey deeper, join Dale Olansky for reading, guided meditation, and group discussion. The sign-up is on the patio. Please join Reverend Laura for a recap of her John of God trip to Brazil. It's this Wednesday, June 13th at 6:30 p.m. She will also have her tour guide, Monica Yvonne, will be there to answer any additional questions. That's Wednesday, June 13th at 6:30 p.m. It's here, the Lavender Festival, this Saturday, June 16th. Admission, if you're over 65, is just $6 and at $8 for general admission. This is a free Rainbow Alliance sponsored rideshare event leaving from the Center of Spiritual Living parking lot at 1 p.m. Saturday, June 16th. Pick up a flyer on the patio. Everyone is welcome. Mantra. Sounds into Silence movie will be airing July 10th at 7:30 p.m. at the Palm Springs Stadium 9. It's a film about music, meditation, and chanting. For more information, pick up a flyer in the foyer. Tickets must be purchased in advance by July 1st. That's July 10th at 7:30 p.m., Palm Springs Stadium 9. For more information, please refer to today's bulletin or simply check with the office.
All right, everybody, on your feet. It's that time for our opening song. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, good morning, everybody. Woo! Let's go. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one, one big family. Hey, hey, say hello to somebody around you. Yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Here we go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we've come to be. We are love, we are one, one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Woo! All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. And what a great day it is, yes? It's so funny. I could watch you guys in the monitor. You guys are all, during the happy song, there's people going, happy. You guys are all like, I'm like, wow, man, they're really awake today. This is really good. Yeah, so good morning. Our guest artists today are our very own group, the CSL Ensemble, but featuring our very own Jerry Lynn and songs that she has written and that are available on CD after the service. So let's welcome our CSL Ensemble, everybody.
All right, here we go. I am the light of the world. Repeat after me. I am the light of the world. I am a child of God. I am the light that shines. I am the pure of heart. I am the truth, the way to peace of mind. Yes, I am the joy within.
I am the joy within.
I am a star from above.
I am a star from above.
I am the message of hope.
I am the message of hope.
I am a light in the world of love, Through Spirit I can do anything that I believe.
Anything that I believe.
Through Spirit I can have everything. am the light. I am the light of the world. Yes, I am of the world. Bobby Nickel. The Spirit, I can do anything, anything that I believe.
Anything that I believe.
The Spirit, I can have everything, well, everything I can conceive.
Everything I can conceive.
The Spirit, I can have everything, oh, everything that I believe.
Everything that I believe.
The Spirit, I can have everything, everything I can conceive.
Everything I can conceive.
Because I am the love, I am the light, I am the star that shines so bright. Yes, I am the light, I am the light of the world. Yes, I am of the world. I shine so bright. Yes, of the world. I shine every day of the world. The light of the world.
All right. Let's hear it for Jerry Lynn and the band, everybody.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, I heard a funny quote today. People who enjoy life rarely have flat stomachs. I don't want to thin shame. That just made my day, though, didn't it? I mean, I'm thinking belly up to the buffet one more time. Let's go. Isn't that cute? All right, I had to share that. If you only knew what goes on in my head. So very busy. One day at a time. Anyway, all right. Long story. Let's go into meditation, shall we? Let's close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath. Missions, thank you. You guys are always so good about reminding me the things I forget. All right, our mission statement. This, for those of you here for the very first time, we say this every week, and this is what we truly believe is a faith community. So we start this process, and then we read this, and then we go into our meditation for a few minutes. Then we come out with some music, and then we start the lesson. So that's the order of service today. So let's join me in the mission statement. Our mission is we are a dynamic, open, and positive, faith-filled community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Absolutely. Now we get to close our eyes, bring the lights down. Let's take a deep breath in. One more deep breath in and sigh on the exhale. Yeah. You made it here. What a perfect day. It's a perfect day because by divine right action, you're here and we're all here together. Joining together as a collective faith community to change one heart at a time and to move and create a world that works for everyone. In order for us to do that, though, many times we need to allow our own personal life experiences to be put on hold temporarily so that we're able to join in on that one energy and that one vibration that exists here at the Center for Spiritual Living. The one that heals and builds dreams, creates lives of abundance and happiness and health and harmony. So clear your mind of all the things that are happening in your own personal world and in the world around us, and just allow yourself to just become fully present in this moment, concentrating on your breath, allowing yourself to be supported, knowing that you are supported. One more deep breath in.
Show me the way. Show me the way. Your love will light my way. Show me the way.
Sing after me, please.
Show me the way. Show me the way. Your joy will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your peace will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your truth will light my way, and your love will light my way, and your joy will light my way, and your peace will light my way, and your truth will light my way.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. Welcome. Welcome to this very warm and very beautiful Sunday morning, where I am knowing that God is all there is. God is the one power, the one presence, the one energy. God is the one. God is amazing. God is courageous. God is believable. God is the one. And I am knowing, so knowing, as I stand before you, that I, that you, that we are a part of this amazing network. This amazing network we call God Love. We are a part of this love spirit. And I am knowing if that is true for me, it is also so true for you. I, Francine Ward, I speak my word for myself and for each and every one of us this morning, knowing that my word has power. I am knowing that I have the power through my word to create my reality. I am knowing that through my word, I have the power to control conditions in my life. And I am knowing if that is true for me, it is so very, very true for you. I believe on this Sunday morning, I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in the power of God. I believe in the power of you and me and us collectively. I believe that together we get to change the world. I believe that together we get to create a new reality, not only for ourselves, for us as individuals, for our world, for our community, for our church. I believe in the power of the minority voice. I believe we have power. I believe our word has power. We have the power to change our reality. On this day, I give thanks for the knowing that the words I speak into the universe come back to me exactly as I send them out. I give thanks for the knowing that my word has power. I give thanks for the knowing that what I believe I am is what I am. I believe today I am courageously amazing. I believe today I am amazingly courageous. I believe that for you. I believe that for me. I give thanks for the knowing that our word has power. I give thanks on this day for each and every one of you who's come today to create this amazing, amazing sacred space. A space where we connect, we can love, we can share. I give thanks for each and every member of the usher team and the concierge that greets us at the door, that had a welcome, open arm and a smile. I give thanks for the audiovisual that creates the space so we can hear and we can see. And I give thanks for our wonderful orchestra, because they create melodies that shift our consciousness and bring us back to center where we belong. I give thanks for each and every practitioner that holds up this center called Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. And I give thanks for each and every minister ready to serve with an open heart. I know today that Reverend Joe's message is good, and it is very good. I give thanks for the knowing. I believe. I believe. And so with love in my heart and gratitude in my spirit, I release my word into the law of mind, knowing that my word has power, knowing that it is done. And if any part of what I've said resonates with you this morning, I invite you to join with me and say, and so it is.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I awake in this holy silence. I hear all that has never been said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So we awake in this holy silence. We hear all that needs to be said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. And I find God when I find myself. And you find God when you find yourself.
So let's take a deep breath in. Once again, we're going to sing a song that used to be sung here when I first started coming to the center some 20 years ago. It's a song that Dr. Tom used to have us sing, and we'll go through it the first time. If you know it, please join in on the very first chance. If not, by the second chorus, I'm sure you'll know it. So let's take a deep breath in. Here we go. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we can live in harmony, and peace has come, 'cause we are one. And peace has come. And peace has come, 'cause we are one. 'Cause we are one.
Every little thought, every little dream is not that far away in the scheme of things. Every little wish you hold deep in your heart lies within the thought your intention brings. Every single word you plant the seed, you'll have everything you will need. If you dare to dream, you'll have everything. See it on the street of your mind. It's there you'll find your dream. Every little hope, every little prayer is hidden in your heart. Find it there. Every little wish is waiting there for you. All your dreams come true when you're aware. Your story's told. Well, now it's time to watch it all unfold. If you dare to dream,
you. And let's hear for this band and these singers, everybody. They do such a great job. We love them. Thank you, Jerry Lynn. So today my talk title is called Your Invisible Forces. And I want to go right into our affirmation. Here we go. Today and every day, I live life to the fullest. Say that again. Okay, do you believe that you do that? Yes. Okay, let's rewind. Okay, so if I were to say to you, today and every day, yesterday, you lived life to the fullest. When it came to your health, do I have an exception to anybody? Exceptions? When it came to your relationships, did you live life to the fullest yesterday? Did you keep your creativity and what you did after you got up? Were you living life to the fullest? Not just half speed, not just easy speed, but I mean, you just got in there, right? How about creating financial abundance for yourself yesterday? Did you live life to the fullest? So now I'm going to ask you, how many of you are living life to the fullest? So this is good, though. You recognize that we have work to do, right? Because you can name it, health, exercise, whatever it is. I mean, we can name it. Living life to the fullest means not just saying, okay, yeah, I get excited about love. It's looking at the categories of our life and making sure that we're applying this idea to everything in our lives. Because everything in our lives is related to everything else in our lives. You can't compartmentalize. If your health goes down, I can tell you what, there are a lot of other things in your life that are going to happen as a result of your health being challenged. Your relationships could be challenged. Your finances could be challenged. There's a whole host of things that can happen when one thing isn't living it to its fullest. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, so how do we do that? There is nothing which appears in the manifest universe other than an objectified thought, whether it be a bump on your head, a growth on your foot, or a planet. If it could not be there, it could not be there were it not made out of mind, for mind is all there is to make anything out of. Whatever is made out of it. Nothing exists or can exist without a source from which it springs. Ooh. So whether it's something little or a planet, it makes no difference in mind, big, little, small, large, that doesn't exist. Everything is a byproduct and it springs from mind, God's mind. And it also springboards from our minds. All right? So you might ask yourself, like I do all the time, what the heck were you thinking that brought such and such into your life? Anybody? A health condition, a person, a job. What was I thinking? Well, I had to be thinking something because that's the only way it works. So then I have to ask myself, but was I conscious that I was thinking about something that I didn't want and I brought it in? And usually the answer has a big yes on it. Even physical conditions, it was so funny. It's so funny. So just the other day I was thinking to myself, I made it through flu season and didn't get a thing. And so I started thinking about flu season. I know. Write it out. What do you think I did yesterday? Spent the whole day in bed with some sort of a stomach thing, right? And I'm like, why did I say a thing about this? Why didn't I just bless my health? Why did I just not say, I'm so grateful for my perfect health? Why did I have to go into my mind and say, I'm so glad I didn't get the flu? Flu. Oh my God, what went into the mind? Flu. What went into the universe? Flu. So glad I didn't get it, but what did I put the word? Just the word flew out there. And then 24 hours later, I'm sitting there in bed going, you're surprised. But you shouldn't be surprised. Because, I was just thinking to myself, I was just saying that yesterday. Sure enough, we say stuff all the time. We are giant magnets. And just like Francine said in her beautiful prayer, our word becomes our life. And even though we might want to not think that that was what happened, I have to know, how else did that happen? I actually kind of drew it into my experience. How many things now, if you look back, did you make a list of things you drew in that you didn't want to draw in, but you were thinking about them as you didn't want to draw them in? Does that make sense? I know it's exhausting. Okay. But there's good news on the horizon. We have an infinite mental reserve account of love and faith. It is love and faith that we draw on when writing checks to the crises of our lives, not only for ourselves, but for others. This bank of life is always open and never closed. Yay, right? Do I hear a hallelujah for that? Yeah, there's a bank of life. A bank of life, not Bank of America, Bank of Life. We have a bank of life, and it is always filled with love and trust if we want to go to the bank. Many of us don't even think about going to that bank of life to make a withdrawal. We just keep thinking, how is this all going to work out? But I want to share with this, the word poverty. First off, we have to discuss the word poverty. The word poverty usually conveys to our minds the idea of a money shortage, but actually the word means lack of anything good. Poverty is the very antithesis of abundance, and abundance of good is necessary to human happiness. So think about that. Money, in some areas of your life, you may have a poverty consciousness, meaning good is lacking in that area. And so we have to recognize that in order to change that poverty consciousness, there has to be a recognition of a place that we draw our good from and also make deposits of our faith and trust into. Does that make sense? This is going to make a lot of sense in about 2 minutes, so hang on. Together, please. Today and every day, I live life to the fullest. Yay! You're going to talk yourself into that. So let's talk about opening a spiritual bank account. All right? Imagine opening a spiritual bank account at the Bank of Life. Here we go. The divine has already made the initial deposit, a big one, for everyone who is ever born into this world, because the divine has given itself to us. Let's stop right there. Before you were you, this account was opened. I remember when Trey and I first became parents, there was this group like an insurance group that was always like, if you invested right now, when the baby's this old, by the time she's this old, you'll have that much money and you'll be rich. And we were like, we didn't have that much money anyway to begin with. We're like, not happening. But think about it. And the premise of that would be like, imagine before you were you, there was a deposit made in your honor that would cover all of your world with love and trust and faith and abundance and health. And this account was created for you before you were you, when you were just an idea. It was created for you, and this deposit was made, one that would carry you through your entire life. Did you guys get your Starbucks back there today? What are you doing? Do I need to change the lighting? I need to come back here now. I don't have time to change the camera. I would be excited about the fact that someone gave me a bank account filled with this stuff. I mean, some of you are looking for a bank account in other ways. What a great way to get it. You've been given this already. Here we go. It has imparted its own life and, in a mysterious way which is beyond our comprehension, has endowed us with our capacity to love. So we've already been given this. We believe that there are great spiritual forces that we can draw on and deposit into our own minds, and which can be used in any emergency, in any stress or strain or life. So there's this account that we can always draw on. Sometimes we forget the account's even there. I remember one time I found a bank, when I was a kid, we opened up little savings accounts. You know, you go to the bank and the teller would actually write into your book. Do you remember those things? Oh, yeah. What, boy, aren't those days gone. She used to, and you put $1 in. She's like, oh, that's good. Now they're like, get away. And behind that big window, so much for that. Anyway, I remember years later, I found that book. And that book had some money in it. It wasn't much, but I thought, I forgot that I had this account. And now, some of us at our mind right now would think, I would never forget if I had an account in my life, right? But a lot of us have forgotten that we have a spiritual bank account that we don't even think about in times of crisis. We go to the place of poverty, we go to the place of scarcity and fear instead of, wait a minute, I have an account to cover this. There you go, now you got it. There's an account to cover this. Now, I may not have the answer to it, but I know that there's this account that I have. That there's this policy, there's this little account, and it will cover what I'm going through right now. I just need to draw on it. What do you think? Thank you. You guys are excited. We all have a spiritual account with the Bank of Life. We understand we are drawing on the infinite, and each day with love, faith, trust, and supply is deposited to more than meet the situation that might possibly arise. Now, just imagine waking up every morning with the idea that this account is in play, in place, is perfectly supplied, and ready to meet the demands of your day. Who wouldn't sign up for this account, right? You don't even need the free toaster. Imagine what that would be like to wake up in the morning and know that this spiritual account is there to meet any need. How would you move and have your day? How would you treat the day differently if things pop up, if you knew that account was in place? Well, that account has always been there. We have just forgotten that it's there. We forget to draw on it. Instead, we try to go at it alone. And there's this account that we have that's invaluable, priceless. And every night when we go to sleep or whenever you choose to sleep, it renews itself. And you wake up the next morning and it's there for us for the asking. Isn't that an amazing thing to think about? But it's amazing how we forget it. Anybody forget? Yes. A lot. Okay, good. The rest of you in the back, you're just dismissed. You guys are done. We're good. You guys are, I'm not even sure you're there at the back. Okay, come on. Come with me. Here we go. All right? The earning of the supply or substance of our spiritual bank account is a little different. We earn the ability to draw on the bank of life only through having practiced love and faith. And now, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, remember I started the service out with a little joke? That little joke about people who enjoy life rarely have flat stomachs. That one? Remember, it made you laugh. Remember you all giggled? Yeah, that's a deposit. You made a deposit into your account. You're laughing right now. You're making a deposit into your account. What do you think fills those accounts? Your life and the joy and the happiness that you experience in life, that fills up, that's like making a deposit. There's a source there for you when you get up in the morning, and how can you fill it up and make it even better? I mean, it gives you everything you need, but there are things that I want. And that want and desire requires that I have to take the initiative to make sure that I'm creating happiness in my life and in the lives of others, because that's where I make an additional deposit for my good so I can experience it and can draw on it when I need it. I had an experience last week. Gilmore and Brian and Joyce, the three of us went to, and Judith and Eric, we all went to PS Underground, which is this amazing. Has anyone heard of PS Underground? If you haven't heard of PS Underground, you need to go. Right? Go sign up to psunderground.org. It's just fun. They have this little event, and you go and they feed you like a 4-course meal over the course of a couple hours, and there's entertainment interspersed. Well, we went to this event, and Brian and Gilmore were a part of it, and it was all about old sitcoms and we just laughed and laughed and laughed, and I won a competition. I won that last part. And I had to bring this up because it made me laugh. We won, our table won, and we won a bottle of champagne and Dixie cups. Woo! You would have thought I hit the lotto. Because when I knew the answer and no one else in the room, the answer was one day at a time. Remember that sitcom? I stood up in all my glory. When I heard he was playing a kazoo with the theme song. I know, put this all together. He was playing, and I was really sober. And it was, he was playing this kazoo, and everybody's trying to listen for this song, and no one could get it. And I know the words, and I just jumped up out of my chair and said, "One day at a time." died. Like it was a crazy man, right? I just started laughing, and then I reminded all of us at the table, I said, we have to remember this minute, because how many times in our life do we share that joy and laughter and just kind of go on to the next thing? No, that's a spiritual deposit. The laughter that you experience, the joy, the love, when you're feeling love and giving love, those are the deposits you're making into this account. Don't dismiss that. That can't be dismissed because that's what makes life full. The invisible force is the fact that you're working with this invisible force all the time. And it's just calling all of us to pay attention to those moments where we practice love and faith and happiness and health. I mean, those are the things that we're putting in, so when the times get tougher, when something comes up and we just are feeling a little bit rough, we have the account to draw on. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so I have to, I'm going to, okay. Okay, yeah. Well, no, there's something I want to talk about. We'll just do it here. How are we drawing from? We are called on to meet life situations, emergencies, times when we need more love and tolerance, more kindness and understanding, deeper faith, and a higher belief in knowing. That's when we draw on the account. And what I wanted to talk about was the suicides that we've been watching happen lately. You know, we're not, if this is your first time in this center and you think we don't talk about relevant issues, we try to talk about relevant issues and put them in a spiritual context so that we can all learn together and continue to grow. Even though the situations may of themselves be really difficult to deal with, when we put them in a spiritual context and add some spiritual meaning, then we can kind of wrap our arms around it and start to develop, patterns and beliefs around that so we can help each other instead of watching each other just say, what can I do? So, I was thinking about that. The accounts that we have are not just our accounts. While my name is written on that account, that spiritual bank account, it's mine, but it's also for me to use. And if anyone, this whole suicide thing, if anybody would ever come up to me and say, look, I need help, it's like my account, I would give you my PIN number to this spiritual account. It's like, look, this is yours. And sometimes we don't pay attention to people and we don't see the signs that they need that we need to help them. So maybe just if in general, we let more people know that they have access to our happiness and that I'm willing to share that in whatever way I can with you. And my account is always open for you to borrow from because I know I'm going to create more than enough than what I need. So I have enough to share and to spare. So maybe as a spiritual group, we can make an effort to make sure that we're communicating with people, and when we know they're in pain, not just say, how are you doing, but actually say, look, remember when Joe was talking about a spiritual bank account? I'm opening up my account to you. What can I do? How can I support you? How can I be there for you? And at least have the dialogue. That way we don't feel so helpless. But our accounts aren't just for us. Our accounts are for sharing with other people. And there's a lot of people all over the world right now in all different kind of crises in our community. And I think what we can do is just open up our accounts and be the love that we always talk about. Does that make sense? Yes. All right. Here's where the law of mind and action comes in to honor that check. When we apply our thought of love directly to discordant situations, and there is nothing in you which is afraid, your thought of love applied to that situation will heal it. So as soon as I know that I know I have an account to cover this, and I know my love is big enough. And I know my love is big enough because I know that whatever I have for love, I'm actually getting it from a bigger love. Does that make sense? And so I have more access to greater love because I have that faith in that account. Does that make sense? Together, please. Today and every day, I live life to the fullest. Yeah. There is only one thing. This is Dr. Holmes. There is only one thing that I ask of you, and that is that you believe absolutely that this thing works. If you do not believe it works, it will not work because everything is belief. You have to believe in the account. You have to believe in its ability to do whatever needs to be done. If you don't, it won't. And you probably have done in your life where you said, this won't work, this will never work. And the universe said, you're right. And then you go, see, I told you. And you're like, that's not really the answer I want to hear. Remember, it's all going into the account. Every part of it goes into the account. Peggy Bassett was a minister down in Huntington Beach for the longest time. She had a very successful work. And one of her students was talking about how she felt it necessary. I really need to go deeper, and I just need more. I need more. I need to go deeper into this. And she said, my dear, it's always about the basics. And this teaching is always about the basics. When you think about it, it's always about the basics. It's taking a basic principle and going off and explaining it in different ways, but it's always about the basics. For those people who came on Wednesday night or Wednesday morning when the doctor was in and we did that little 1-hour workshop thing, it was really incredible because all we did was talk about spiritual principle, and how to apply it, And that 1 hour, it's the basics. It's the basics that we need. And she said, I remind myself often I remind myself of this often when I say, I know that. Do I know it? Does my life demonstrate the principles, or do I know about it? Ooh. It's one thing to know it. Does your life reflect it? Does your life reflect it on your actions? Are your actions reflecting your knowing? They have to reflect your knowing. Because if they're not reflecting your knowing, then you just know this stuff. Well, you can know a lot of things. But if you want to move your life, if you want to transform your life, it's not just about knowing, it's about the doing. So you have to make sure your life is a reflection. So when I say I'm living my life to the fullest, am I a reflection of that? If someone were to look at me and say, well, when it comes to relationships, he's living his life to the fullest. When it comes to his health, he's living his life to the fullest. If you had to look in the mirror, could you ask yourself, am I living these areas to the fullest? You ask yourself that. Because you know what? We can know the basics, but they're only good about, knowing is just knowing. Doing is what changes things. Abraham Hicks said, that is the optimal creative vantage point, to stand on the brink of what is coming, feeling eager, optimistic anticipation with no feeling of impatience, doubt, or unworthiness hindering the receiving of it. That is the science of deliberate creation at its best. I love that. Many of us think we're on the brink of ending things, right? I want us to get to the brink and push yourself to the edge and get ready to fly knowing that you have it, feeling eager about it, and a sense of optimistic anticipation, not unworthiness or fear. We have to get to the edge, push yourself to the edge, and know this account is going to support me. I'm going to go on this endeavor. I'm going to make this happen in my world. And I'm going to do it with a sense of eager optimism that doesn't say, oh, I hope that works. That's knowing that it's going to work. Here alone are peace and joy and certainty. Here alone is freedom and fear and is alone is freedom from, wow. Here alone is freedom from fear and doubt. Deliberately close all your accounts with the lesser banks. Throw away the old checkbooks, debit cards, and forget them. And learn to turn daily to the one and only supreme source, which is Spirit. A lot of us have been carried around a lot of old credit cards and checkbooks, and I mean that in not in literal sense, but in the figurative sense. We've carried around a lot of things that have caused us a lot of problems. It's trying to trade those in for the new account. You don't have to have all those accounts. Remember when it consolidate into the new one spiritual account. Does that make sense? I need to stop saying that. All right, together please. Today and every day, I live life to the fullest, and so ends your lesson. Thank you, everybody.
So I'd like to call our ushers, please come forward. And so as we prepare for the sacred time of our service where we give back, please just remember that you are tapping into that bank of life. I love that. And then those of you that are love streaming, don't forget to support the center, to support the love streaming by hitting that donate button, or you can text your offering also. So let us just go to that sacred place, that place where we are connected to the one, to the source. And let us say our offertory prayer together, please. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
All right, let's go. All right, come on, join us. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. One more time through. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. We got it. It's up to me to be grateful. It's up to me to be kind. It's up to me to be grateful. It's up to me. It's up to me. All right, everybody on your feet. Come on. Let's clap our hands. Come on. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. That's it, wrap it up. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life.
All right. So this is William Hendricks, one of our congregants, one of our ushers, and here of Sacred Service, right? Thank you. Thank you. So let us say our offertory prayer as we bless this offering. We bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own. Thank you, William. All right, thank you. So, if you are here for the first time, I'd love to welcome you. We want to welcome you here to our center. Please don't be bashful. Please stand. We have a gift for you, and we would like to acknowledge you. Anybody here? Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. It's great to have you here. So what we've given you is a CD holder with information about our center, but please stop by the foyer table and pick up a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks so you can even learn a little bit more about us. And you know, if you're visiting the Valley, please enjoy yourself. And if you are from the Valley, please come back. We'd love to see you again. We'd love for this to be your spiritual home, your spiritual community. This is part of our prayer team, and they are over in the Om Room. If you are going through anything, please go over there and pray with them. If you don't have time, fill out a little prayer request, put it in that box over there. Your prayers are then given to all the practitioners, held in confidentially, but they are prayed for by the whole team. Don't forget this week, when it's not up there, but Wednesday night I am doing my recap of my John of God trip, and if you can ask if you want any questions answered. Monica, who is our tour guide, will be there. She's very knowledgeable about John of God. It was a wonderful experience, and I'd love for you to hear about it. So anyway, and then my book study, too, is on Tuesday night. We've got our classes going on. We have stuff. Even in the summer, we have so many things going on. So let's just take a moment and go within. Recognizing that we are immersed in this divine intelligence. We are immersed and surrounded by spirit, that love and faith, and that we each have that divine pin to that bank of life, and that pin is LOVE. And so we deposit that love into everything we do, and we withdraw that love, and that we recognize the abundance of our universe. We recognize our birthright to claim what is rightfully ours and to share it freely, knowing that there is no end to this good. That the more we put out into the universe, the more that is deposited into our account, pressed down and overflowing. So I am so grateful for this teaching, so grateful for these spiritual tools that I have to use in my life every day, and that I am so excited to be standing on the edge in great anticipation and eagerness for the next adventure, for the next experience in our lives. So I know that this is the truth for me. I know this is the truth for you, because we are one. We share that one heart. We share that one life. And it is ours. It is good. It is very good. So I just let go, knowing that this is the truth. There is nothing to worry about, because it is all good. It is all God. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Everyone have a wonderful week.
Thank you.